Hey everyone, this is a video for my friend Meharvan Singh. Hope you're ready for it. There is no doubt the monarchy is deeply embedded within Canadian society. When I look at a $20 bill, which is not often, I see Queen Elizabeth. When I think of an adversarial judicial system, I see Mr. or Mrs. versus the Crown. Or when I think about CBC, I recall the lessons taught about Canada and its different crown corporations. I always wondered why so many things were related back to Britain. I'm not saying let's forget the past and how our nation was formed, but I am saying we need to have our own people control our own nation. We are friendly people. We know the values we want to guide our generations that follow. It's time to move out of our mother's palace. In theory, 1/3 of legitimate power in our government rests in the hands of Her Majesty. In fact, the superior power above the Senate and the House of Commons is held by Her Majesty, a product of our constitutional monarchy. I know a man of your stature would know about the Constitution Act of 1982 signed under Pierre Trudeau's government and a parallel act in the United Kingdom titled as the Canada Act. Both acted as initial steps towards reforming our political system. With this Patriation Act, we declared ourselves as a multicultural society with equal rights for all and an equal degree of rights for both our languages, English and French. The Queen even came to sign it on a rainy April 17, 1982. Mayor, you know an important Canadian institution that derived from these acts was the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, our beloved. Now, I can propose a few things like possibly changing the faces on our currency every 3 or 4 years to feature prominent Canadians, even changing the way the courts are set up where the Crown is transformed into Mr. or Mrs. versus province or territory. Or if the judicial matter is federal, then it could be Mr. or Mrs. versus Canada. And as for the executive duties Her Majesty fulfills, we can hold up a constitution, the same that is built upon the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which I know values social equality and is already an identification for being Canadian. Canada is modern, multicultural, and has all the necessities to become an independent nation. However, we are not. Our head of state is linked to British conquest and colonialization. I also believe there is no more an important job than parenting. If we do not reform the constitutional monarchy, then we need to discuss with our children and our great-grandchildren why we are not taking our nation's control of its own independence and destiny. Now, if we claim independence, this does not mean we are Americans. We are not. We are Canadians. Always will be. We have prime ministers and a national landscape impeccable to any wonder of the world. This annulment would help us grow as a nation and provide a strengthening sense of Canadian identity. You know, it's not like I think the constitutional monarchy has discredited Canada in any way, and I'm sure you'll emphasize just how it helped Canada. I know it did in different ways, but I had to discuss a side which seems more practical to me and my fellow Canadians. Lastly, I just want to say this type of topic should be educated to young adults and all other persons to give them the scoop about what me and you are debating, because it is very important to Canadian society. Anyways, I look forward to seeing your video, so I got home turf, buddy.